Save the day or something.
Save the demon lady from a bunch of other scary demons.
Ah, yes.
Excellent.
He was like, hey, I'm not evil anymore. Like, cool.
Yep.
Excellent.
Join our merry group of weirdos.
With the dismantling of many activities upon the material plane and the gathering of a great deal of useful information, the crusade has need of their crusaders, their finest crusaders, to be someplace else. After a few weeks of rest and relaxation, liquefying your assets and getting used to seeing Dresden rebuild itself. What a beautiful sight. You eventually get word that the Queen herself is arriving. One of you will receive this notification. I presume it will be Saint Fire, since he presumably wanted his name to be first on all the paperwork.
Undoubtedly.
Here we go.
Yeah.
The sending message you receive is as follows. Have secured an item of utmost significance. Something that can shut the world wound rift forever. We need to meet as soon as possible to discuss. So, judging by this, you're quite certain that she's probably got a court wizard ready to blast her to where you need to be.
Right.
Xanther Van can provide the sending for you. I presume you just... Yeah.
Send a message to the crew. We have a queen to meet.
Okay. Wait a minute, a queen? Which queen? There are many queens in this world. By the way, Xanther Vang, while he's here, is constantly under effective like glamour spell, so he just looks like a normal guy with a big old beard.
Probably for the best.
I mean, he's a high-level wizard, and he's not gonna walk around like a worm person around all these palaces. Similar to your succubus friend, she also has her own innate glamour magic.
Great.
So hey, this time you came back with 2 normal people.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah, that's what we did.
In about an hour of organizing everything necessary, the Queen herself is teleported directly into the Dresden Citadel dining room.
Shoo.
The only map I have for Dresden still has all those dead tokens, so just imagine it in your mind. The corpses are gone.
Clean up all the... We did clean up afterwards.
You did clean up afterwards, yes. Someone did. Someone got paid to do that.
We had an entire army of people to do it, so...
The Queen herself appears before you. She immediately opens with a bright smile and holding out a hand, for she wants to shake the hands of those who have provided them with key information, and those who she's presumably going to send off to either their death or glorious victory.
Yep. I
am quite glad that my trust in you has not been misplaced. You have achieved far more than the average upstart paladin.
Average upstart.
The gods of conquest and victory smile upon you.
Well, I am not an average paladin.
Give him too much credit. He's already had enough go to his head.
Dude, you have like an apprentice guy following you around, don't you? Tempered by fire. You have a torchbearer. Or a bow-bearer, I guess. It matters little.
Bow-bearer.
It matters little how incredible you've gotten. The results speak for themselves, do they not? But let's be clear, you're not the only ones booking results. We've been able to secure an item. It is called the Lexicon of Paradox. And judging by what our people have been able to discover, it might be the key to closing the rift, the world wound. For it is the very item that opened it in the first place.
Oh.
In fact, we believe this item can close any arbitrary rift, but that is the theory we want to test. Additionally, the reports I've received about these Nihidrian crystals, which Xanthar Vang is like in the background like, hey, are quite discouraging. Very discouraging. Closing the world wound is one thing, but if the demons have access to this kind of power, I would rather they don't. This kind of power would allow them to secure the world wound, and then we can't do anything. Or worse, they'd be able to push outwards or make the world wound even bigger by using those crystals.
Yes. We'll agree there.
Lucky for us, we've been able to glance some information With, of course, only the finest methods of interrogation, we've been able to uncover something, as well as our finest research. The lexicon is currently being kept in, what was it again? Last Wall. God dang, the name is on here somewhere. Anyway, it's in Last Wall. And her researchers are taking care of it. She holds up a page that glows with an strange... It doesn't glow physically. It doesn't have, like, light. But its presence warps reality a bit. We believe... I mean, I call it a page. It's really two metal-ish plates.
Wow. Enough close together, it's a book. So.
By the way, the only way you can even verify what this even says is by knowing Thelosian, Abyssal, Halit, Aklo, and Druidic. Whoever wrote this knows a lot of languages.
Yeah.
So it looks like arcane gibberish. She says that she believes that these plates could be used to close a rift. And she knows of a rift. A rift that will lead you very close to where she believes the Nehedrian crystals are coming from. Because the documents you found basically spell it out. Provided they're true. So how would you feel, my finest crusaders? Since you've secured Dresden so well, how would you feel about diving straight into the abyss itself? And take care of some business?
What could possibly go wrong?
Oh, yeah.
By the sounds of it, you have a well-educated scientist on the Nehedrian crystals on your side. And judging by some of the other reports I've seen, and Arushalay's like, hi. You also have an informant who knows the Midnight Isles well enough. With these two forces combined and your impeccable capabilities, I'm certain this job will be a cakewalk for the lot of you. But I want to see this in action myself. Here is what I want you to do. We are going to the Midnight Fane. I believe it is one of the main access paths used to bring the Nehedrian crystals to the material plane. I don't know why. From the report, the crystals are difficult to transport by most mundane and magical means. And apparently, I don't fully understand. It's a bit beyond me. But what I do know is that closing that portal will get in their way, and it would allow us to test whether or not these pages describe what we think they do. And, as a third benefit, it immediately brings you very close to the Midnight Isles. Isn't that just lovely?
Sounds nice and uncomplicated.
It's very uncomplicated. Although I think there will be a need for... So, here's exactly what I want you to do. I want you to help me find out if these pages work. Luckily, your well-educated scientist should be able to take care of the magical element. I've heard that you're not particularly skilled in the arcane arts, but that shouldn't be a massive concern. Judging by this, there's a wide breadth of options. Besides that, I want you to... She takes out, like, what is, like, the densest set of pages of information. Clearly someone went through all the notes you handed in and took, like, the Cliff Notes version of that. I want you to find where they refine these items, which I think is the Midnight Fane itself. Destroy that place, as best as you can. I want you to close the Midnight Fane Rift. That should be easy enough. We'll be doing that ourselves and see if it works. After that, now don't ask me where I got this from, but I've heard that there is organization forming within demonic ranks. If this happens, you do know that one of the demons' greatest weaknesses is their lack of organization, right?
Yeah.
Naturally.
Fire, I know your bowman skills are fine, but imagine an enemy that is both very much aware of your strong suits and very much capable of performing activities that would make bowmanship impossible. Create gale storms, darkness in which you must fire.
Formidable.
I know. Imagine creatures very much keenly aware of your every weakness. We must stop this. We have given this the term the Midnight Alliance, and the only information I have is that... let me just double check this so I got this right.
A lot of midnight here.
Wait, the world... What? I don't... Listen, I don't know what... I always thought the World Wound was a place, but judging by the way this is written, it's also intended to be a faction. I thought I just read it wrong. I want you to find a person called Nocticula. And I want you to stop her from making an alliance with the World Wound. We don't need these people being on any friendlier terms than they already are.
Alright.
Excellent. I believe you will find her somewhere in the city of Alushanra. The best way to get her attention is to do paladin things and make yourself a big noticeable presence. Demons love humoring the arrogant paladins in their planes, so... Next up, and probably the most important mission of all, is to find out where these crystals are coming from and shut off the flow. I don't care how big of a mess you make. I don't care how many people you have to walk over. Get this done. Oh, and of course, since I'm sending you directly into the abyss, and I would rather you don't lose your minds down there. I have, with some effort, managed to provide for a few items. Anyway, remember when I said that there's an item in this game specifically to prevent people from being awful stupid? Here they are. These are talismans of true faith. I'll just give you a little handout of them. Essentially, these items will always alert you whenever you're about to do something that your god disapproves of.
Alright.
It also grants you a +4 on concentration checks to cast spells and impede planar traits. Ain't that something? But primarily, it's there so that you don't immediately start doing stupid stuff.
Oh, it doesn't take up much sword. Oh. Yeah.
Also, when we, on the topic of taking down the Midnight Fane, my plan was that me and my personal elite's forces will stay outside and catch any stragglers, while you take care of the inside yourselves. Judging by the threats you've been facing so far, I would rather not expose myself unnecessarily.
Probably for the best.
Excellent. When you are ready, my court wizard can send us as close as possible.
Alright. Any last minute preparations anyone has?
I think I've got everything that I need.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess I should spend my part of the money. I get the shopping list written up.
Yeah. Does he have you bought stuff?
Yeah,
I think you.
I got everything earlier.
Could you deduct them from the loot sheet? Add stuff there? So we know how much money we actually have.
Marvelous. Arushali. Your friend Mr. Xanthervang would like to provide whatever assistance they can, since this is kind of their wheelhouse. Although, while Xanther is more than eager to go into the abyss itself and have a little look-see around there, Arushale doesn't feel comfortable going straight back into the abyss after trying to escape it for so long. So, instead she offers something that might be useful in a different way. She still has something that resembles her succubus power of giving people gifts, but it's less evil. And it will let you communicate with her telepathically, even across planes. In case you wonder what this gift, which is called an anarchy gift, as a full round action, she may bless someone with a gift by touching it for a full round, as a full round action. You get a +2 profane bonus, or I guess in her case, sacred bonus, in an ability score of your choosing. And while it is active, she, again, can just whoop, 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 make a little phone call to you whenever necessary.
How long does this blessing last?
Forever. It can be dispelled at any moment, but...
Oh. Thank you.
Now, which one of you feels that they would have most use of my immediate information?
It's for one person?
One person, I'm afraid. I've not quite recovered enough to use it on everyone.
Well, who wants a +2 bonus? To the ability score.
I mean, she personally feels for Cariel.
I mean, yeah, if you want to.
Cariel does seem the one who has her head screwed on straight and tight. Also, she kind of gets the impression that if she tries to tell anything to Fire, he just kind of, I shouldn't have to explain.
In one ear, out the other.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, Cariel, give yourself a +2 bonus to any stat you want.
Okay.
In case you want to bring that 30 charisma even higher. Jesus.
Hey, listen.
you have a base 30 diplomacy.
Yeah. When I need to ask someone to do something, they do it.
Can I just point out that with your modifier, most creatures that are hostile you can just make nice.
Yeah.
Or at the very least stop hitting you.
I'm
Nice.
very charming.
Oh my god. Okay, so let me just make this really clear. If something does not have a charisma modifier of like +0 or less, you can automatically make them go from hostile to indifferent. What a winning smile you have. I mean, Fire might claim that he's the saint around here, but that saintly smile is the real winner.
Yeah,
Doesn't
well,
matter. Move on.
Different kinds of saint here.
The Fire's got his looks.
Saint of killers here.
Well, once you're ready, they're ready to go. Arushale will accompany you for at the very least the Midnight Fane. Mostly because she's like really curious about this place. Wink. And she might provide some assistance where necessary. Who knows? Anyway, let's go to the Midnight Fane map. Because once you're ready, you over. Here's a corner on the map. It takes some time to find the exact location of the Midnight Fane, but thanks to your precise instructions, you managed to make your way through a large, impressively made mirage. As you approach, Xanther Vane himself sort of scratches his chin and politely mentions that while he doesn't think you do, don't try to teleport. Whatever this rift is seems to be causing a problem. Just a minor warning. He doesn't know what items you have, so he's like as an aside. Anyway, plop yourself on the map.
Go. A moment.
Xanther Vang, what is your aura about? Because I want to turn it off. Oh, I think that was actually that was just his blind sight. In case that became relevant, let's turn that off. That was for my sake and nobody else's. Aura off. Bam.
Oh.
Who's this?
Okay. Wait. Why are you so
Oh, it's tempered.
weak?
I don't
Yeah,
know what.
tempered.
Listen, Tempered by Fire ate his cereal.
Tall boy.
You can say whatever you want about the guy, but he had his cereal.
Tall boy
His
that
wings.
just hide his nearly double by his hair.
His height just doubled. I mean, I guess you're probably powerful enough that you could give people like fire hair if you wanted to.
Yeah. Well, he's an Ifrit as well.
Marvelous. Oh, Xanther, you're such a being. You still can't quite relax that wormy appearance. Cariel, once the illusion is dispelled, you are shown a smoothly carved wall with 2 large doors. A variety of scratchings underneath the door indicate that objects are transported to and fro from time to time in a gravelly sense. A few icons of the Skari also grace the door. Since you are the closest to the door, you get the description.
Is there like any magic about the door at all?
Nope. The Mirage Arcana seems to have been the majority of the defenses around here.
In that case, just carefully open the door.
You very,
Oh.
very carefully open that door. Oh, excuse me, I made a little misclick. Doing so reveals a opulent hall. Dust litters the floor, and I did not correctly cut a section of map, which would reveal a small staircase. There we go. In the center of this large chamber stands a magnificent stone golem. It is shaped like an insect, and holds its arms out as if to welcome anyone who enters. It's like 15 feet tall and has a scythe in one hand.
It tells me it's not going to...
It looks about as
super
weird as those
well.
characters with scythes doing emotes in Dark Souls. Where, like, you know, all the things straight up as they have their arms out. By the sounds of it, there's activity ahead, in the sense of a large grinding machine.
We approach with caution. I don't like the look of that golem, even if it is trying to welcome us.
Hmm.
The large golem, upon seeing you enter, loudly declares, "Behold the glory of our Lord of the Locust Host." Its words echo in the hallways.
Okay. I'll do a lot of beholding.
Alright.
Yeah, that's really all the statue seems to do for now.
Huh. Seems like an extravagant use of a golem.
I mean, it might be able to fight, it just doesn't seem interested in fighting right now. Or maybe it's just a magic mouth.
And who is your lord?
It doesn't seem capable of answering that question.
Yeah.
To be fair, you don't recall that golems can usually talk to begin with.
Do I recall that?
I mean, maybe.
Pretty sure Fire would just stand there trying to have a conversation with it. And get upset when it's being rude.
A friendly fellow appears from the shadows, off to the side, where a large insect statue makes up a shrine.
Hey.
Hello?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Who are you?
Room service?
Oh. What? No, we don't have any... Ah,
Yeah, we're
I
here to
see.
clean up.
I see. He suddenly makes a big bow for you. I see. I would gladly have you know that the lady of this particular fortification is expecting you. If you will accompany me, I can show you her for an audience, so you can settle your affairs.
Alright, that would hasten things along.
Incredibly suspicious, but okay. If we're already expected, then no point sneaking about.
You decide to follow along then?
I guess.
Excellent.
10 is ready to go. Demons.
Once you follow along, you'll find a big old room with lots of empty boxes. Each of those boxes, by the way, resembles the boxes you saw the crystals being carried in over in the olden place. There's also a whole bunch of incubi here.
Whoa.
Wow. That's a lot of incubus.
They're also all in beautiful fireball range. Mwah.
Mwah! Gotta love it.
By the way, these... It's kind of hard to display this, but these boys down here are like downstairs, at the downstairs door. Which is where he will take you. This is a very weirdly designed chamber, I know. In that the upstairs section really only leads to two places, but whatever. Your host will cordially invite you over to the laboratory beyond which the lair of her lady is located. The other incubi do not seem to engage you so far.
Alright.
You are led into a magnificent laboratory, where a large amount of crystals are put into a large central chamber. Through a series of percolators and variety of exotic and strange glasswork equipment, the crystals dissolve into a thick, beautiful elixir, which are put into these small containers. It is unclear why one would make a setup like this, but that's how they seem to be doing it. The room itself is filled with a thin purple haze, and the uncanny smoke of raw chaos, which is ostensibly imagined that the scent every sniff goes anywhere between bacon to ooh puppy.
Gross.
In this room
Sometimes
are
not
two
gross.
individuals hard at work. The first is a large floating, I guess you could call him a meatball, because to be honest, his anatomy makes about as much sense. Who is wielding a large
Look
whip.
at him.
He seems mostly occupied with just hovering idly in place and only gives you the most modest of attention before he notices that you are being escorted. On the other hand he's not a tiefling. This guy is specifically a he's just a Cambion. He is just a demon, who seems to be hard at work, messing with a variety of potions and elixirs. He does not pay attention to your presence, way too occupied with the work he's trying to do.
Campion is a health demon.
And he says, just through this door, go on ahead.
A fiend. Really.
Okay. I doubt we can make out anything regarding the whole machine thing. We're all too
I don't know how-
trying to understand.
Luckily, you have Mr. Xanther Vang on your party. A man who did in fact do his magic training. He has a PhD in telling you how it is.
He's read a book once.
Listen,
It stinks.
his PhD of telling you how it is, it did not come cheap. Let's see, how big is his brain? Big enough today. Xanther he walks nice and slow so you can fully examine this device. He kind of leans in and goes, should be one of the things we're trying to destroy around here. That thing seems to be distilling the crystals into a usable form. By the looks of it, though, if we damage it too much, it might just blow up the whole room, so best be careful.
The two demon hunters are feeling a little bit on edge here.
Exactly.
We can blast it on the way out.
So many things.
Inside the room you are guided towards awaits a lady for you.
Lady.
Indeed. Her name is Yaniel. Or Yaniel.
Daniel.
I don't think an explanation is actually provided to how her name is pronounced. She appears to be quite paladin-y.
Well, we had people in disguises before.
We
Marvelous.
did get succubus once.
Maybe twice.
This lady is almost excited to see you. Why, hello there. How nice to see someone finally come on by for a visit. That looks like a normal person. And this incubus goes like, oh, my heart. My disguises are not good enough. Mind if I ask what brings you here on this fine day?
Fire looks around. Did we bring a human along? What?
Well, you have a dwarf.
Tulon's probably the most normal looking among us.
You have
Fair.
you have
Xanif
30
and
charisma, you have man on
Ron
fire, and
would-
you have dwarf. And his wolf. Also, you
So-
have a man with worms. Made of worms with you, so. This whole party's kind of going off the rails.
And still
Again.
nobody worships Yomide.
And still nobody worships Iomade, yes. Like I said, this party is off the rails. Again, I would like to ask you, what brings you here? To what do I owe the pleasure?
We're in the neighborhood. Just thought we'd stop by, say hello.
Is that really all you've come to do? People like yourself don't generally come by unless they have greater goals and purposes. I should know. I used to be a part of that little affair myself.
Fire's looking around confused.
She
Cario?
squints at you in particular, Fire, for a moment, and then at Cario. Now, do tell me if I have heard the rumors wrong, but you seem to match a description of a certain individual I've been hearing a lot about. A man whose arrows ever strike true?
Oh yeah, that's me.
Or, as some have been calling him, the son of Arasto?
That too, yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Tell
yes.
me your parents were gods.
May I see this fine bow that you apparently use so true?
It's already in my hand.
What a beautiful thing. Look at this. Magnificent device. The guy who's working on this does not like the fact that she's giving this here because he's busy. He's trying to manage all these cups and these wires and these hoses and these glass tubes. And Xanther is basically helping him because he's like, I want to know how this works. Teach me your secrets. Do you see
Radiance
this?
is magnificent, yes.
Radiance, you say? Well, that used to be mine.
Wow. Too bad.
Too bad,
I
you
know.
say?
Yeah, how did it end up in like a demon church where we found it?
Let's just say
Yeah,
that
so
I've been in a
fast.
few scraps. Things happen. I'm glad to see that, as they say, everything finds its way back to its owner, somehow. But I do want to tell you that you are on the losing side if you're here to stop me. And if you are not here to stop me, well then, I welcome you with open arms. I can sense the power dripping from your bodies. Although, to be fair, that is not hard to do when one of you practically glows with light and the other is on fire. I'm not quite sure about the small one over there. I'm
Dawn's
really
a
not
bit
sure.
more subtle with her superpowers.
Naturally. Now,
But
if you
Given
wish...
your
So,
company,
yes.
I don't think we're likely to be the best of friends.
Oh, what a shame. What a shame. Are you sure? You sure you don't want to jump to the winning side? It's really not worth dying for a lost cause.
We are already on the winning side.
Yeah. At last I checked, we're doing pretty well.
That side has us in it, so it's quite clearly winning.
Oh, that's just endearing. That's just endearing. But, as I mentioned, I would like my weapon back. And I'm not taking no for an answer. Okay.
Well,
What's your
well,
CMD?
I am
Fire.
not giving yes as an
I
answer.
want to know your
so
CMD, good sir.
CMD is 33.
33? Wait, did I get this wrong? I don't think I did.
Oh,
I'm sorry. You feel a magical force tug upon the bow in your hand.
Hey.
Let me... No, this might be wrong because I don't know how exactly this works. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Use your caster level and place your combat maneuver bonus and add your biggest modifier. Her biggest modifier is... 10. Oh, hey! Hey, Cario!
Oh.
It's someone else with 30 charisma!
Hey!
Good friends, good friends.
Birds of a feather.
Hey.
Excuse me, I need to roll this again. This time with a plus 27.
Ooh.
Ooh! That
Wow.
one, though! She tries to pull the weapon from your hand and becomes surprised when that fails.
Be even more surprised, and I guess I start drawing arrows.
I see that our little gig is up. Very well, then. Let's get to the part where this becomes fun.
Ooh.
Let's kick it.
Mutasafan is like, don't fight in this room!
You are not the boss of me.
Xanther Vang is like, I double what he says, don't fight in this room! This thing is gonna blow!
I don't. I can convince you to, you know, skedaddle over somewhere into a different room before we start fighting.
I mean, if you want to blow yourself up, that's fine by him. That's your prerogative. Holy crap, there goes Fire with his +1,000,000 on the initiative check.
When it comes to being a speed boy,
I mean, to be
Fire's
fair,
the best in the biz.
I want you to look at Mutasafan, who has a +12 to his initiative. So, hey, you met someone who's as charismatic, you met someone who has as high initiative. Maybe you'll meet someone as delightfully mundane as the dwarf.
Oh. +13.
Oh yeah, you didn't say give me an answer to my gauntlet question.
What was that? Go ahead.
Would you let me buy a gauntlet with the dueling?
I go by the understanding that those things are supposed to be weapons you're actively wielding, not just things you're wearing. At that point, it just becomes rings, and I'm not. No cheeky, no cheeky.
Yeah, I thought it might be a bit too cheap.
I've given you enough cheek so far, good sir. I have nothing left.
Because that combo will have given me +8 initiative.
Alright, so if anything does not have a dex score, you basically go before them.
Yeah.
Alright, Fire, as you said, you were drawing your bow.
No, I already had my bows obviously in my hands. I'm just drawing arrows. So, swift action.
What does this lady have +1 to... What? Wait a second, she doesn't have +1 to an initiative. Why does she have that? She has like a +7 to dex. What the hell is your deal, lady? Oh my god. Does she... If she has like amazing initiative too, I'm gonna be like, okay, good job, sheet. Okay, it doesn't make a mention of that. Oh well. Point is, I'll redo her initiative in a bit, but it's probably not higher than yours. So what do you do?
Well, smite evil on her, obviously.
Oh wait, wrong character. You tell her to get bent.
Very much, yes. Then amazing initiative to cast bless weapon. Get that going on. Yeah, definitely. Very much, definitely.
Well, she's flat-footed, so you got that going for you.
Yep. And let's turn that one as... Where is it? There it is. Okay. I think I have everything on, then just all the arrows her way.
All of them. She gets
Right.
the whole deal.
Push, she's far.
Auto crit confirm.
I mean, those literally all hit.
Does the first one hit?
Yes, the first one hits. You don't have to ask me.
For
And,
God's sake, Belmore.
And how many of those hit?
I said all of them.
Oh, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So
Get out the calculator.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh wait, I forgot she has like damage resistance and stuff. Yes, she does. How could I forget? She doesn't get completely destroyed.
Hey, you didn't one hit kill the boss this time.
Damage resistance.
Yeah,
Does
but
she now?
no overcomings. This is like hard no.
Oh.
Sometimes people
Sad.
have hard no's when they're high enough level, they say. Okay, cool. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I get 50 back. She suddenly realizes that this plan may have required a little bit more subtlety.
Oh, is she an evil outsider?
Yes, she is.
Then that's 12 more damage then. From
Well, aren't you just a rude little boy?
on the first attack.
As your arrows go flying through the air, the holy energy causes the crystals to rapidly vibrate. Mutasafin is going to try to stop this room from exploding. You watch this man in a complete panic move around, shifting tubes, bottles, valves, and everything, as he tries to stop this increasing boil from making bad things happen. This boy is a Gribboleth. What a handsome young boy. Look at that fine smile.
That melty meatball boy.
He is a melty meatball boy. He also likes to fly in the air and use his 20-foot reach with his whip so that he doesn't have to get in melee range with people. What's really important, Harvey, is that he can, for some reason, shoot tumors at people.
What is he, a Binding of Isaac boss?
He's going to try and whip fire, telling you to stop doing that. Stop it. Get some help.
Let's see. Oh, well, the first one hits.
Then you may make a roll against this unless you are immune to diseases, because sometimes paladins are just immune to diseases, I've heard.
Let's see. I think which one of these that might be divine. Yep, divine health.
There you go. I like that it says including supernatural and magical, including mummy rot. Cario.
You ain't damping my fire.
Clearly not.
I think staying in this room is a good idea. Especially given that, like, all of my abilities use divine energy.
Exactly. Keep doing it.
Well, I mean, we do need to destroy it. But also, everyone that I care about is in this room.
And people you don't care about.
Yeah.
Big ol' fireball.
Could run the heck out. But also...
Oh, you pulled it. Ran to the other side of the room and fireball the previous room.
I don't think I have that many actions. Oh, I could. Amazing initiative.
Well, you will just, get into size range of the room. I think fireball has range.
I do think, like, the best course of action is get out of the room.
There's a room you decide to run. The large floating meatball whips his whip at you as you run, telling you, get lost! Yeah!
Misses.
He's sad. He's sad now. Why would you do this to him? He's just a big meatball. This incubi is, I mean, let's be honest here. These guys are like CR6. He's no real match for you, but he is going to try his best because he knows that it's either get killed by you or get killed by the murder lady or the guy with the whip. So please accept that he's doing his best. Wow. I can't believe he actually did it. What a champ. He hit you, Fire. He did it. He's so proud of himself.
Yeah, well, 11. That's...
Gotta tell his kids about this.
Oh, excuse me. I accidentally went too far.
Okay.
How endearing. But I'm not leaving until I have what is mine. And she's gonna try that one more time before she books it out of here, because the circumstances are not in her favor. Again, she attempts to disarm, and... Oh. I like that she went from a 1 to a 20.
Yeah.
Like, CMD this time is 39, but...
Your weapon is taken from your hand and flies to hers.
Hey!
This is going to make things so much easier. Then,
stop her! With
a snap of her finger, she vanishes from sight. You don't hear her, like, leave, but to be fair, there's the noise of a machine going slowly.
Well, behind Nanji's kind of blocking the way.
Yes, Nanji's. Get her! Get her done. Too long. You still have to contend with a big meatball.
Oh.
who, by the way, due to his sloppy meatball form, his speech is probably more like, yeah. I don't like doing this, but I guess it's just my work.
A living.
Um, hmm.
Well, I mean, fair point. Does Nanga still see, smell the
Nangus is
person
sent.
that just vanished?
Nangus can pick up the strong smell of some evil that tries to run past him.
Okay, so yes.
She is running, by the way, with reckless abandon. So she's flat-footed, technically. So you can roll me an attack roll and see how that works out. You all need to hit AC 26. Oh wow, that CMB roll actually would actually affect her too. On the basics. Viscous.
Sorry, I'm pretty sure that this shouldn't be plus 10, so... I can't seem to find where we added it.
Golly. Golly. All right. Well, even with that, you needed a little bit more to get her.
Yeah, but like I'm pretty sure I. It's...
Pretty sure it should be higher.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at that.
Because
sheet.
like. Nangus should have a BB of 7 and then a strength of 25 gives him
What's
a...
your level again? 12, right?
12?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. At level 12, he should have 10 hit dice. And his base BAB should be plus 7. His strength and dex should be plus 4 from what they normally are. So yeah, I think he'd probably be over plus 10 by then.
Yeah. I can't seem to find where we added the... Oh, here. Right. So I should change the attack from 10 to whatever it should actually be.
I think it's enough, though. Since like 7 plus 7, 14, so that would by default be enough. Okay, well you can roll me that CMB check and see if you manage to do it. It doesn't hurt her, but you do hear at the very least her like tripping over this since she's running so recklessly.
Yeah, and I have no idea what this CMB is, right? Either.
Your attempt to trip is not completely successful, but you do hear the loud, like, stumbling and clattering of her armor as she trips forward and hits the wall next to Cariel. What does the rest of your turn look like, Toulon? Because that's just your dog doing things.
Well, that was me finding out where the escape is.
You have a pretty clear idea now.
Yeah.
By the way, you could probably charge in there if you charged, since this is like on a table. You could run under it. The benefits of being a dwarf.
Yeah, alright, I'll do that. I charge in until I hit the place.
A little bit further, like right over here. And then you begin to strike it where the sound is the loudest.
Oh,
Aww.
it's too...
Well, the wall didn't like that. Zether Vang is both taking rapid mental notes and coming to the realization that this incredibly loud boiling of the machine isn't a good thing. Like, it's fuming, it's steaming, the ground is slowly becoming filled with whatever you want to call that. And he loudly declares that he's going to try his best to give you guys a moment to escape, at the very least. Also, hey, a moment to help you escape, a moment for him to learn. Fascinating. Ooh, this helps. That's good.
Get your learn on.
Tempered by fire.
Okay, what is the speed? Oh. 20. Okay. The word man says the room is going to blow, so I guess I should move.
Definitely.
But there's also a evil meatball floating over my guard, so I guess I should fire that one. So. All that stuff.
What's the tumor attack? A touch attack? I forgot. Oh, it's a swift action. That's how that works.
Yeah, just shoot at the thing. Meatball gets a few sticks in it, hopefully.
I mean, its AC is 27, so it does in fact get 2 sticks in it, yes. Are any of these attacks good?
Unfortunately, no.
Consider investing in your boy, as this large meatball cannot be hurt by anything but the goodest of boys. Effectively, at least.
Alright, well, now we know that.
Fire. They took your bow.
Took my bow. That cannot stand. It's my bow.
You're nothing without your magical bow.
Pretty much, actually. that ain't untrue. So I'm going to. It seems that Toulon might have tripped them, so I'm gonna run over there.
I'm gonna say that essentially their location is pointed out, so you have an idea where to look.
Yeah, gonna run over there. That's to use my move and my action to do that. So I'm gonna. Can I then amazing initiative
Yes.
to gain an action to start groping in the dark for?
I mean, since it's your weapon, I imagine this is not the most difficult thing to take back.
Yeah. Mine.
Give it back!
Gimme!
I
Let's see.
recovered it. You stole it. You can re-stole it. Steal it.
You can't re-steal it.
Can't steal from a stealer.
Pour me some CMB as you grab at an invisible ball.
C and
Well, I'd be optimistic if I said yes.
can't. Well, damn it, I'm gonna search it. Ain't helping either.
Desperation.
Even essentially being upside down. She holds her she's effectively like trying to hold it out of your way invisibly, and it's kind of hard for her to manage. Mudasafet is going to have to roll me some insight in the situation, as he needs to get a hunch on the odds of this working out. No. This thing will not last another round. If you excuse him, this man would like to vacate the area. The incubi in the next room are very confused and will not engage in combat because they don't quite understand what's going on. As this guy just shouts, "Get out of the room!" I don't know what your plan is, Minago, but don't stay in there. This giant meatball is like, well, I'm kind of stuck here. I'm not allowed to leave. Shucks to be me. And kind of floats over. You know, he doesn't know who to punish here. So, how about this fine gentleman gets like a little tumor lobbed at him.
Yeah.
And then he points at Toulon and says, "Stop pestering." Only one attack, Toulon. I don't know if that hits.
It actually might, because I haven't done anything to improve my AC.
Golly. And he says that if he'll go down, he'll take you all with him. Yeah. Cario.
Yeah.
All the incubi in this room are like leaning over to see what's going on.
Nothing to see here, don't worry about it.
I thought they were going for like a meeting.
And there's fire behind you, groping in at empty space.
He's grabbing around the corner.
I'm just gonna get rid of that advantage that they have.
Invisibility. And then she's like, "Oh, crap. I think that was in the notes somewhere." Is that all you do? You give him a blast, you take a step?
Yeah.
This incubi over here is gonna dive heroically into this room. And hopes that this is enough cover.
It's like those nuclear PSAs where you're supposed to hide under the desk.
Fine. You want your bow? She'll huck it at you. Huck it,
Doink.
I say. It does a little doink. But it's not the doink you should be worried about. It's the fact that she suddenly turns into this flurry of blows.
Wow.
By the way, if those tails hit, I would love to know.
Let's see, my AC against her is 36, so...
Marvelous.
Oh hey, that second tail slap hits.
Then concern yourselves with this section of text.
Does the attack number 4 36 against AC?
What do you mean?
Does the... I keep forgetting, do you need to match or get over AC?
Match.
Match, then that last attack.
The roller always breaks ties, and after that, after creating what she hopes is a flurry distraction, she's going to use her full move action, which is like 60 feet to get the hell out of dodge.
Okay.
So everyone there gets attack of opportunity as she just books it. The bow is at your feet.
Oh, let's see. Yeah. Okay. I have.
Somewhere on you is like this small... I don't know why, but I keep imagining that's like a heart-shaped tail. I don't know where I get that mental image from. But you have like this glowing red profane brand on your body for a while.
burns.
The brand reminds you of that bird you saw over in Dresden. It's got a similar, like, distorting of your alignment to it. Anyway, that's her turn. She books it out of there. Everyone there, Tulon, you get to make attack for opportunity, as does Neng. Also, Minago will probably tell everyone there to get him! Catch that chicken! Actually, no, the smart idea would be to be like over here and go through the door. Marvelous. Tulon, it's your turn.
Yeah. I would have liked to retroactively spend a mythic power for a cage enemy as an immediate action.
Sure, go ahead. What does this mean?
It means that if my attack of opportunity hits, she doesn't get to move.
Oh, heck. Well then, the goods, good sir. Those goods hit.
Big goods. Oof.
That's what I call a critical wow. She can't move. Xanther Vang is like, and just grabs onto one of the distillation bottles. You hear this loud clattering of glass as he steals, like a criminal does, and runs out of there. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. She doesn't like that one bit. As your final blow lands, crack into her. She laughs a little bit and says that she will welcome you to the Midnight Isles as she vanishes in a smoking cloud. Xanther Vang then runs by you. Tempered by fire. The room's smoke content is getting ridiculous.
Right. Well, that doesn't seem to be good, so... And the evil lady is gone, so... Tempered is gonna try and dodge around the meatball as best he can. Get away.
The
out of the
meatball
room.
lets his whip crack, creating sort of like suppressive fire. Only one attack, but that's what you get.
Yeah, that... And it hits.
If he's not immune to disease, remember the 5th of November. Fire. You don't know if your bow is immune to explosions, but it's not a time to find out.
Also, Paladin, so yeah. Well, I grab my bow back. Hold it up on my head. Is that... What kind of action is that?
To pick up your bow? I'd say like a move action to quickly bend over and grab it. If this was 2E, it would just be one action. Which
Yeah.
I guess move actions are.
Okay, beast. Wait. How big is this?
Always like it when people are measuring fireball distances.
Not me this time.
Yeah. Fire graphic bow looks into the room full of demons. And
They're about to regain their consciousness, so to speak.
And utters a word.
Y'all binch.
Yeah.
I wish that the save button I have works on Proper saves, but it only works on stat saves from 5e. Bunch of weenies. Let's take a look. See.
That's
Ooh.
all these not so fine gentlemen.
Let's see. No. I need to know. Hey, stop it. I know they're all hit.
Spinny.
Let's see. They need to make a will save for half and become blinded if failed. Okay, dokie. Well, I got like 8 dudes to roll for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Marvelous. So that is exciting mathematics.
Yeah.
That's
Nice.
a failure. Oh, I didn't press enter, so it didn't go through. This is a failure. 22, yes, 22. So this is a success. Also, these guys are blinded now. Just give them a little eyeball. Where's the eyeball at? There it is. These poor innocent boys. Blinded. Blinded by your rude behavior.
Mm.
Since when do you cast spells, sir?
Demon filth.
gets very angry when there's lots of demons.
How am I supposed to play video games like this? And then, of course, one makes it. So half of them just become blind instantaneously. And just start stumbling around. What does Mustafo has to say about this? What does your will save look like? Oh, he also has spell resistance. Can you roll me some spell resistance for him? That's your cast level check, basically. 25, baby. Nice. And he even fails his will save. Fuck!
What?
My eyes! I can't see without these beautiful eyes.
And then I'll I think that's what move action to pick up my bow, action to do that. Guess I'm amazing initiativing to get out of the room.
Good idea, bad idea. Good idea.
Oop.
Diving out of the room.
Yep.
He wants to know what he did wrong. He did nothing to you. He did nothing. He just kind of awkwardly stumbles into the room for a table. Tries to rub out his eyes.
Basically a divine flashbang.
The Gibralef notices that the big old pot is starting to rupture. Cario,
Oh,
the explosion is slow from where you're standing. There might be some time dilation going on. That's what you get with chaotic stuff. Like, imagine an explosion, but it moves slowly all of the time, except at, like, heartbeat moments it suddenly speeds up rapidly.
Ooh.
Just because I still want to be able to move, I'll just do. I've got plenty of mythic power. Might as well.
Maybe Talon and Engis
Just
get
to
superpowers.
clear the room a little.
Why are you like this? Hey, you roll me a heat saving throw on the spell saving throw on the big guy, the spell resistance. Marvelous, marvelous. What is the base for an incubus on the ref? Not enough. I'm not gonna roll. They all are destroyed. They physically cannot make the saving throw, and your cool boy spells are too cool. They are all incinerated by divine blaze. You rude. You rude. Mustapheles is also getting nice and crispy. Wait a second. What's his fire resistance? Just 10. So he takes like 10 less. He's still very crispy.
To be further away from the explosion.
The explosion
Just
also
in
spreads
case.
irregularly in different directions. Which is to say, the incubus
Wobbly
that was holding the door experiences a slow and at sometimes fast death. As he becomes consumed
Okay.
by a cloud of pure chaos. As does Giant Meatball Man.
Meatball, no.
Remember me as I was. Round! Toulon, the explosion is about to catch up with you.
Yeah, we skedaddle.
Xanther Vang. Well, not the most heroic character out there in this world of ours. Does grab onto the paladin and tosses him aside as he closes the door. And he gets caught in a big old... He gets caught in essentially like what manages to creep through the door and blast him. Now let's see, how much damage did this do again?
Oh, gross, we're gonna be showered in maggots.
I mean, yes, some parts do get ripped clear of him as a result of this, but...
Blech.
You're the ones who insisted on fighting in a room with a big explosion.
Yeah.
Let's see, it does a whole bunch of
started it.
d6s to all creatures in the area. Sexy. No, there. Your mage is
lot
now
of
nice and
D6s.
crispy.
Oh, crispy enough, apparently.
You know one of those Mario Castle endings where he gets like burnt and then a little puff cloud comes out of his mouth? This, but with maggots.
Gross. Oh,
All that research. All gone.
Are we killing this man or taking him prisoner?
He sounds angry.
Kinda quickly looks around the room. Guess we're taking them all down. So
The flying meatball logo, yes! I love it!
Tempered will take a 5-foot step.
oh.
That's a general reaction. And start to pepper that guy with arrows.
He's blinded. He's blinded and in a really bad place, and then someone just starts shooting him with arrows. Wah!
It's the worst day of his life.
You just get hit once, though. Despite being blind and like, he's still protected by like thick natural armor. There's some deflection stuff going on. Although I guess he can't really use a shield if he's rubbing his eyes either. Nah, the 18 still doesn't. No. Wait. Armor class. Yeah, okay. Yeah, in that case, that 18 does hit. And it has 2 arrows sticking out of him. Fire.
Ooh.
You managed to get
Well,
your bow and not get blown up. What a victory.
Yep. It's a good time to be alive. Gonna... What's this? Okay. Gonna give myself a little pet.
Pepet.
Action. And see, there's still one demon standing in the room.
He is.
Let's make him not so.
Ratatatatatatatara. That's 1, 2, 3. That's all hits. Since he's blinded and like trying to rub his eyes out.
Oh, right. So all hits are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I always like it when I get to take out the calculator. 31 plus 15 plus 14 plus 16 plus 20 plus 6 plus 9 plus 8 plus 5 plus 7 is 131. He has 100.
Oh, wait. Does the holy damage, or is it also added to the many shot damage?
Presumably. It's kind of what it does.
Ah.
Golly.
More than.
This poor guy. Why do you bully everyone you come across? He's...
Well, they're made of pure evil, generally speaking.
He's still blind. But he's going to try. Primarily, he's gonna throw an explosive at the person who just hit him, telling you to get bent. Oh, actually, no. He's gonna take out one of these and give himself the good sips. Gluck, 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 gluck.
Big sippy.
He is a big sippy because he's a big, strong, mythic boy. Is he mythic? I thought he was. Doesn't really matter. He then slowly tries to stumble his way out of the room. Oh wait, he can move a little bit further. He can get his way up the stairs. This thing is gone now. It used to be a meatball here, but it's gone now. Cario, you watch this blind man stumble up the stairs as he slowly regains his sight.
Kind of bad for just kicking the shit out of him.
It's the module's fault that they insisted on telling you it's all demons and then letting you prepare for all demons.
Thing that I'm looking at. To wake. Let's just zap him a little.
Oh my god.
Blind him again.
Alright, let's see. Spear Purity. Might kill him. No, wait, might not kill him. He's got like 70 hit points. His health bar is just very big.
He just healed back for 54.
Yeah, I know. You're gonna blind him again!
Yeah.
Roll me spell resistance. He gets to make a DC 15 will save. He's blinded. It takes 31 damage. He starts pulling out the exotic swears now. Toulon. That's one miserable way to go.
Be back in 2 seconds.
Go nuts. Go and donuts.
So, like, apparently we have something against this guy.
Yes.
Now, Fire and Tempered have the fact that he's a demon against him.
Okay. I would like to take a -4. Not worth it. At worst, I get a crit and kill him. Doesn't matter. Oh, not a crit.
Well, he goes down. Blit! Struck with one hell of a hit in the back with an axe. He just goes blat and drapes himself across the stairs. Drape, I say. It suddenly becomes awkwardly... Well, it would be awkwardly quiet, but there's like a big grinding machine over in the room over there. And now that it's a bit more quiet, you can pick up on that. Xanther Van kind of peeks in the other room and quickly discovers that it's not in any workable shape. Aww.
Splattered meatball everywhere.
There's no... Presumably there's like a meatball everywhere. He just starts essentially turning over tiles to see if you can find something left.
Ooh. Well, that's something.
A lot of the potions I destroyed. Doodah, doodah.
Paladins are healing themselves.
Giving themselves some back rubs. It's not gay if it's for the Lord.
They kind of slap themselves.
By the way, the moment Xanther comes back, he has like there's like a dried corpse slung over his shoulder.
Ah, found a friend.
The only thing left, actually. He holds out a body. Who here has like particularly perception, or something that would help identify if you've seen someone before? Additionally, I want a DC 25 local check from someone, which might actually be your identification, if you wish. Knowledge local.
I don't have perception or knowledge local. So. Jesus.
Before that, demon was a demon. She was like a person, and this is that person, but like dehydrated.
Uh-huh.
Anybody got a bottle of water?
Xanther Vang is like surprised that you don't know about Yaniol, the heroine. It's a paladin who lost her faith and regained it on a solo mission into the Whirlwind. And he kind of confirms, yeah, Radiance is her sword.
Oh, well, I didn't realize that.
So, does anyone here have like resurrection magic?
We have a scroll.
Nice and prepared, I see. Well, if you want to, you can try patching her up.
That,
Although, I guess technically this particular state could also be fixed with... And he goes to give it a big think. Maybe he knows other ways. He does. He theorizes that if you don't want to be as expensive, break enchantment or remove curse might work. If you want to use a less expensive spell, that is.
I mean, the closest thing I have to that is absolution.
Not the same.
Yeah.
So you're using that resurrection scroll?
I guess. I mean, it's very expensive. It kind of has to be a group decision.
Cool. You can make that group decision while I tally up the experience points. Session 21.
I'm for it.
The gang's all for it.
I guess. Will she come back as good?
She will come back as whatever she was when she was alive.
Hmm.
Which, considering that she's a husk, she probably didn't agree with the demons too well.
Well, just sounded like a good person, so.
Well, if they were powerful enough to have a weapon that, like that, then they're probably an ally we want on our side.
I like this. I like Radiance, and I think Radiance likes me.
I'm sure if you give a good enough reason, you can keep it.
It's a risk.
But yes, I should bring her back. She sounds like a great ally for this for our side.
Alright.
Abracadabra.
It's a consensus. We're doing this.
Consensuses are good. I like it. Let's see. It takes a minute to cast. So you spend a little minute with all that grinding going back in the background, going ikam bookum. And so abracadabra, alakazoo, you're no longer dead. Woo! Unfortunately, as a, I mean, you know, you bring her back, but nude. Because she's not dressed when she was a corpse. And resurrection doesn't work like that.
I'll just, like, give her my cloak. Just put the cloak over it.
She honestly looks like she woke up from the world's worst hangover.
That's one way of putting it.
Where even am I? Who even are all of you? And why does this place smell like ash?
It's a very, very long story.
Wow, there was an explosion in the next room.
Pretty sure you were possessed by a demon for some time, and also dead.
I don't recall being possessed at all, but
that's usually how that works. But no, probably just piloting your body around. Really.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, it's a dead body.
I think I'm done. I think I'm very, very done.
Yeah, you were kind of looking like a jerky a minute ago.
I feel like I've been jerky for the last... I don't even know. I recall this incessant
Probably a good idea to
giggling, though.
rest.
Well, if I get you resin, you should be fine.
How... Yeah, how about that? That sounds great.
Oh yeah, when you last were alive, was Dresden, how was Dresden back then?
She was after Dresden was taken over, I think. Was she? I don't know. She doesn't recall.
Early days.
Anyway, Dresden is fine. She'll head back there.
Sure.
Maybe scavenge some gear from here.
I mean, there's like a queen and her guard outside. They can probably wrap her in a blanket.
Oh right, waiting outside. Yeah.
I'd tell you any condition to continue fighting with us here.
You
be safe.
You have my eternal gratitude. This is far more than I expected after what happened.
You can fill us in on the details once you've got a bunch of rest. You look like shit.
I know. She slowly starts shuffling her way to the door. So which way was it? She's like at the door with the loud machining noises.
No, not that way. Go up the stairs, past the hellish scythe statue, turn left at the golem.
All right. Once more, thank you.
Yep. Most welcome. Do give us a shout if the golem is doing more than just standing there.
Marvelous. She'll take her leave and follow the instructions all the way outside, where a succubi will presumably receive her. Your succubi.
It's probably not what you want to see when you leave a demon stronghold. There's another demon.
Cool. How helpful. Guys, really knocking it out of the park this time. Well, you've done an amazing good deed.
Yeah.
Missed out on the actual reward, but who cares?
Blew up a room.
Presumably.
Sort of.
A good deed is its own reward. Smiley face.
Smiley face. Can you imagine, like, the teacher, like, grades your work, and it's like, I'm not giving you a grade, because a good deed is its own reward. You're like, that's nuts!
That's not how it works.
Learning is its own reward. Eee.
Hmm.
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. That local fox that goes, eee, is exactly Exactly the smiley face that's next to that kind of writing. Ah, I love Chevron W Fox. Chevron W Chevron. Anyway, Kits, you've cleared out part of the dungeon. You've beat up a big boss. Missed your
Yep.
chance of getting a Holy Avenger, but that's fine. Next time,
Oh,
it's
you're
time
right.
to beat up a big grinding machine.
Be fair, we wouldn't probably have much use for that.
Presumably.
Since our only two paladins are bow paladins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's useless. Who's gonna buy a Holy Avenger anyway? These things are way too expensive.
Yeah.
Boys, Big Slammy, and the Weaponless Wonder.
Next time,
It's-
can you guys defeat a demon that will try to destroy your mind, creatures that will try to eat your equipment, giant boys with lethal pickaxes, and perhaps worst of all, an insane snake? Are you a match?
Fight most of those things
Are you a
before.
match for this fine gathering of fiends?
man.
I think not, because most of these characters are actually not demons, so that's gonna be fresh.
Oh.
You?
Is there like a fiendish frost monster or something?
No, you've already fought Bebelifs.
Well, that was the thing. Disenchanters. It's like weird blue camel things that eat
Oh
magic
my
items.
god. They're in that one of those Pathfinder, like, we screwed up, here's the better version books, right?
Yep, Misfit Monsters Redeemed. I was reading it yesterday.
I can't. Here we go. Misfit Monsters Redeemed. Let's just read the blurb, because they're great.
Funny.
The Disenchanter, before blue camel that eat your stuff. I love that it... Oh no, it is blue camels that eat your stuff. That is proper. Now, living weapons in a war between wizards set free to search out magic they devour. Including the PC gear.
Oh yeah, check the flail snake. Flail snail.
Before, giant snails with maces for faces. I like that rhyme. Now they're intelligent and lightning snails with magic warping shells who wander through the darklands writing epic poetry in their slime. Why would you fight this man? He is a poet! A warrior poet who fights for justice.
God, they put a hat on one.
Alternative there's a D100 table for alternative shell effects.
Wearing a hat.
And there's the
Effect 100 is you become a flail snail.
wolf in sheep's clothing.
Oh yeah, the stump.
Yeah, stump with a bunny on top of it.
Before, carnivorous alien trees with a fluffy bunny lure. It's a squirrel in the picture, dumbass.
Yeah, well.
Carnivorous alien trees that animate slain bodies of their victims in order to lure larger prey within reach. I mean, that's basically the same idea, really.
You know, it's not just a bunny here.
I like this image because it's horrifying. I'm going to show it to you so you all get to enjoy this creature which has many roots going and digging through its body.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Gnarly.
CR8. It has skills.
Don't want to go to this puppet show.
Well, let's see what the experience calculator has to say. You weren't supposed to kill Minago, but you did, so I'm giving you the points for it.
Okay.
Fuckers.
You can't run.
You can't run and you can't hide.
Especially if you try to steal my bow. That's just not cool.
Should have just brought Dimension Door. We don't have a countermeasure.
Well, you can't teleport in here. Did you forget?
Actually,
Yeah, we had to teleport outside.
we do have a countermeasure for that sort of shenanigans. That countermeasure is called Tempered by Fire. Where is this thing?
Cool. Experience totals are now complete and updated. You're a ways away
Anchoring.
from
Anchoring aura.
Mean! Why are you like this?
It's not a very high.
Why do we even
DC.
bother? At this point, it's just fire walks into the room and the counter just is over.
This is his boy. Helpful boy.
Yep.
I feel like, despite my efforts to make fights more dangerous, it is no use. Oh well, we'll find out next time how that works out.
I didn't even activate all of my things.
Doesn't.
Say goodbye to stream.
Bye,
Goodbye,
stream.
actually.
Nice stream.